intro first, and then we'll go into
Oh, okay, we're gonna actually do that on air.
Everyone, back to one.
it. Back to one. But hey guys, if you're tuning in, thank you for watching. Even though this is for my benefit more than anybody else's, so I can take the audio from it. But I am joined by the awesome co-hosts of the Geek Soapbox, Leva Bates and Lee. How do you say your last name? Because I don't want to butcher it.
Ponton.
Ponton. Oh, that's pretty easy. But yeah, the Geek Soapbox is awesome, which is one of many reasons I wanted to invite you guys on the show, as well as for wrestling fans that have that would hopefully know who Leva is, with whether it be Blue Pants or just her independent work and her varying degrees of cosplay. So, but to jump right in, how's it going, guys? Other than our tech issues.
It's good. I think we got it worked out now.
Yeah. Woo, we're doing good now.
But to jump right in, obviously the three of us have all seen Age of Ultron, and there will be minor spoilers for people for Age of Ultron. But did you guys like the movie? I know you guys had the 2.5 hour Skype. I mean, not Skype, Google Hangout. Hi, Wade. I'm being attacked. But the
I loved it, actually. So.
You guys can't see it right now, but Eric's getting attacked by his cat. It's awesome.
It's attack of love. A lot of cat ass right there.
Yeah. He's gonna jump back up again. But yeah, go ahead, Leva. You said you loved it?
Yeah, I loved it. I've already seen it twice now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll be going. I probably won't be going my second time until my birthday next Thursday. So.
Woo! Happy birthday.
8.
Yeah, the thing about that movie is, like, I feel like on first viewing I was visually assaulted by everything that was happening. That, like,
exactly.
I couldn't process it or take it all in. Like, it was just a lot happening on the screen at the time.
Exactly. I say it's a sensory overload. The first time was like everything thrown in my face, and then the second time is actually can focus on everything, like the little one-liners, the double teams, the little nuances maybe the actors did, as opposed to, oh, what is going on? So much.
Yeah, all the shock and awe of it all.
Just remember, there is a third hour out there.
I know. I want to see that cut. It can't happen soon enough.
I know, right? I cannot wait to see what's in that extra hour.
Yeah,
I feel like there's probably.
I hear a lot of the Thor stuff, you know,
oh, yeah.
in the pool and stuff, like all that's expanded upon, because it kind of was, you know, short and just thrown in there. You can tell that there's probably some more exposition and whatnot with that, and you know, I just want to know more.
Yep. Well, we only see Loki for 0.2 seconds in the hood.
Yeah.
But to backtrack, one of the things I wanted to bring up, and I don't know if you guys talked about it, but I haven't really talked at length with anybody about it yet. I'm looking forward to, and I know it won't be until Black Panther, but I'm looking forward to seeing more Claw now that he's lost his hand.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be really exciting. Because, you know, I knew that Andy Serkis was in this movie, but I don't think I've ever seen him, like, as a person. So I knew he was in it, and I was expecting, you know, this, like, skinny, shriveled golem of a man. So when he wasn't that,
badass.
I know, when he wasn't that, I was like, oh, wait. All right, he actually kind of looks like a person.
I mean, he still looks like, I mean, they made him up to look kind of like a weird person, but still, yeah, very human. Wasn't expecting that.
not a baby man.
He did do full motion capture for Tintin. Did you see Tintin?
I did not see Tintin.
Yeah, he plays the drunk captain that helps Tintin inside of Tintin. It's a really good movie. Edgar Wright and not Edgar Wright. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost actually play a pretty major role inside of it as these two really cool characters that were really good. And it's Peter Jackson and I think, oh wow, I'm so bad with names sometimes. It's a Peter Jackson movie, but it has who directed? I mean, who wrote it? It was Doctor Who. The guy Stephen Moffat and Edgar Wright both wrote it. It's a
really?
really good movie, man. Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I have not
It's
seen.
sort of
I have not seen The Adventures of Tintin. I've seen, Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn
Yep.
of the Planet. I was expecting him to be more monkey-like.
I know he's the king of mocap, really.
yeah. It's it's as underrated as Speed Racer. The only good, well, next to The Matrix, the only good Wachowski brothers movie.
Yeah, I love Speed Racer. It's one of
So
my
good.
favorite. I don't know. It's just fun. Like it's a fun movie.
I was actually thinking about that the other day. That was like one of the first movies I remember seeing in like full-blown IMAX. And I remember that was just a lot to take in at the IMAX. So I don't know if I've seen it since then.
It still holds up.
I was thinking about that movie and I don't remember it very much. I remember Jack Shepherd, Matthew Fox was in it. That's all I remember.
Who is
Yeah,
the best?
Yeah, that movie, it's so just bright and colorful and just like hyper realistic. Like I really enjoyed it a lot.
But to backtrack a tiny bit, because I'm curious about how did you guys decide to start doing Geek Soapbox? And then follow-up question is, how did you decide on the name? Because I feel like for both podcasts and web series connected to anything geek, there's a very like small chance of picking a name that isn't already used somewhere.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it wasn't. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I know we were trying to find the right Twitter handle or whatever to use, and I think we kind of just stumbled on that. I mean, I'm not like 150% sure that somebody else isn't using it. To be honest with you, I think we just got lucky on that one.
Yeah, I remember you threw out a couple ideas, and that was one of the ideas, and you checked the Twitter handle, and no one had it. And so you're like, oh, this would be a good one.
Yeah.
I think that's how it happened. And I'm like, sure, whatever you want, Lee.
It's true. I mean,
oh, go ahead, Lee.
I was just gonna say. I mean, it started because I was trying to, do some stuff on my YouTube channel, and I had Leva on one of my videos, and somehow we started going off on tangents about geek stuff.
I think it's X-Men.
Yeah, I think it was you and Gambit and Leva and I have been friends for a while now.
For about 10 years?
Yeah. And, so we've had the geeky stuff in common for a long time. And then, she was on the YouTube channel, and people were responding to that, and like, why don't we just do this as an actual show? And that's kind of what happened. We just, ran with it.
Yeah, Fit Friday turned into the Geek Soapbox.
Yeah, well, and the Geek Soapbox has lasted a lot longer than Fit Friday. Fell off the Fit bandwagon.
It's season 2 now, right?
We are. We're probably going to end up putting out, I feel like, the same amount of episodes that we did in season 1. But that first, year, I'll say, we were trying to do it every week, which it was a lot for us because Leva with her schedule is crazy.
If you see, I'm doing the crazy eyes.
So this year we decided to try to do it every 2 weeks, which I think has worked out a little better. We're going to end up with the same amount of episodes, I think.
Well, because of scheduling, for some reason, we actually were able to film more within like a 3 or 4 week span than we would have on a normal schedule. So
we've had the luxury of actually having a couple of the same days off together, so we can shoot one episode all day or a couple episodes over the course of a day, which helps us have some things in the bag, if you will.
And have you seen a rise in both like viewership and attention since and we'll flat out call it this because I think I have seen it referred to this before, since the rise of Blue Pants?
I think we've seen a little bit since Blue Pants has come on the scene, but just in general, I think over the last year we've had a huge jump in subscribership, which it's crazy to me. But a lot of that, is attributed to Leva, I think.
I think it's just, we can tweet about it, we can talk about it, but I think it's just finding those people at the right time. There's still people, even today, like, I get tweets going, oh, wait, you have your own show? What? I'm like, yes, where have you been? And I'm very good at following your timelines, people. I'm kidding. I'm terrible at following my timelines, too, so don't worry about it.
I know, it's hard sometimes. Yeah, and I think it's just a matter of people sharing it, and hey, I like this thing, and I know you guys are geeky too, so take a look at it. It's all about the community helping out each other, really.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think a very fun video was the convention video pretty recently. I thought that was a very fun episode, and obviously I commented on it. But that was Leva. I'm very jealous that you got to meet Carrie.
Oh, he's so nice.
I can never say his last name properly.
Elways.
Elways? See, that's how I've always said it, and then someone said it was like Yeways or something like that. I've always said it as Elways, and I got corrected one time.
They said it as Elways there, so it could maybe be accents and stuff. So, but they were like, "Hey guys, it's Carrie Elways," and we're like, "Ah!" That was a reenactment of my reaction. He was so nice, and he said, "As you wish," and I was like, "Ah."
We literally had to pick her up off the floor. She was a puddle.
Actually, I played. We did when I was in high school. We did a production of The Princess Bride, and I played Humperdinck.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah!
I still remember. Not 100% of the movie, but I can still quote it with the best of people. That's one of the many reasons I've always wanted to meet him, is be like, yeah, so this movie actually has a pretty personal connection to me, other than the fact that it's awesome in general and it's such a great cast.
Have you read his book? That was another main reason I really wanted to meet him, because I just finished the book.
I can't find it. It's somewhere around here right now. No, it's somewhere around here. I started reading it, and then it disappeared on me.
The cat.
Probably. You knocked it over, and it fell somewhere.
So it's definitely a really good read. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. If you're a movie fan, if you're a particular Princess Bride fan, or even if you're a wrestling fan, because he talks about Andre so much in the book, it's just definitely a good read. And it's quick, it's easy. It has a lot of inserts from other people. So, like, Billy Crystal writes in it, just all of the cast, like Robin, all of them, they all write, and it's really, really cool read.
Yeah, I didn't know Buttercup was in because obviously I can't think of the actress's name. I didn't know she was in House of Cards, and now it makes me want to watch House of Cards even more.
Is it Robin Wright or Robin Wright Penn? Is she still a Penn? Or did she drop that?
Might have dropped it.
I think
I know
she
I've
dropped
heard her
it.
name, Robin Wright. So
Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen I've only seen like walking by and House of Cards be playing on in the background. But I haven't actually sat down and watched it. It looks good though, what I've seen of it. Kevin Spacey's the man though, so
yeah, he really
like
is.
the man in the good way, not the bad way.
He's Lex Luthor. Of
Yeah.
course, he's the man.
Not.
Well,
So we shouldn't be fighting him, is what you're saying.
unless you're
Exactly.
Superman.
Kryptonite.
Just get shanked with a kryptonite blade. Oh my god.
I like how like sometimes you bring up an actor and it's like a Rorschach. Like you say an actor's name and then
Yep.
a particular character or movie pops in your head. For me, it's John Doe from Seven. That will haunt me forever and ever and ever. Like you say Kevin Spacey, that would be the first thing I think of. Always.
So it's not an argument, it's more of a fact. I think Seven was pretty much him already playing Lex Luthor without, being in a Superman movie.
maybe a little bit.
You ever see, what was it, the Blackjack movie they did?
The what?
It was, I think it was called, 21.
Was it
It was,
21? Yeah.
yeah, the poker movie he did.
I don't think I
Yeah.
saw that one.
Oh, it was good.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Oh wait. Was it one like they're counting cards and stuff and like
Yeah.
they're all college students?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I've seen part of it. Again, on in the background, and I'm like, what's this? Ooh.
Well, you need to have that on in the foreground.
What are you playing with on the table? That's all I can hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my charger.
Oh.
'Cause I have it plugged into my computer, so I took the wall part off, and now I'm flipping it because
Oh.
I have kinetic energy.
It's not even something
Alright.
cool. Come on, Leva.
Yeah, come on.
Okay,
Leo.
alright, so everyone, back to the Rorschach test. When you think of Kevin Spacey, I said 7. John Doe from 7. What about you, Lee? Who do you think of?
Oh, I always think when I first think of him, I always think of American Beauty.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
That's
What
like
about you,
always
Eric?
the first thing.
I would say American Beauty.
Well, look at you guys. We have the same answer.
Actually, I'm fine. I'll just man. Even though it's a bad movie,
Alright, you're cutting out.
Whoa,
Eric, you're kind of freezing out.
it was like an Atari game there for a second.
Yeah, it was!
Am I good?
So now you're black. And now
Am I
you're
good?
frozen.
Can you hear me?
Alright, you sound better now.
Okay. As long as you, that's all that matters.
Okay. Let's do another actor. Someone name another actor so we can do a Rorschach test. This podcast is turning into the actor Rorschach test.
We'll go an easy one. Bruce Campbell.
But that's easy. That's like, I mean, Army of Darkness.
actually,
you
nope.
want that too.
I got a good one.
Ash.
Yeah, but I got a good one. We'll skip the Bruce Campbell joke. Kurt Russell.
Ooh.
And you have to go.
No, it's like right when you first think of honestly, it's Snake.
Yeah.
That's what popped in my head immediately.
I know, me too.
That, Snake, and then immediately with Wyatt Earp from Tombstone. Because I've seen that movie so much. I'm a Huckleberry. But that's not his line, but that's just a good line from the movie. But yeah, like that's how my brain went Snake, Wyatt.
I go in the Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh no, you and Atari again. Did someone mention the name Ultron? Because that would happen again. Damn it, Ultron. Let us get through the podcast.
Am I back?
Okay, I think you're okay.
Okay. It's giving me green bars on the bottom, so I hope I'm back.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think of Jack Burton
Oh,
from Big Trouble in Little China.
yeah.
But that's because, well, I love that movie, and also because no one knows the character's name in it. I mean, not it. Wait. What am I thinking of? Oh crap. Now I can't even think of the name of the movie. The Thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm not that I forgot who was in The Thing, but that's not the first thing that popped in my head. The Thing was not the first thing that popped in my head.
No.
It's him and Keith David.
Oh, what is it? Thing. No, the Thing.
It is the Thing.
Did he have a name?
What's your... No, not the creature. Oh wait, his character? I don't know.
Yeah.
He does,
That's a valid
right?
question.
After IMDb it.
Didn't they
That's what
all
I've
die?
been thinking.
Yeah, it's like...
Lee, what's your
Pretty sure.
what's yours? We can't pick the same answers. What's yours?
For
For
Kurt
what?
Russell?
I turned mine to Wyatt Earp, since it was like a split-second thing.
Oh, well then I'll
Like-
take Snake because that's the first thing that pops in my head.
Okay, so I'll take Wyatt. You're the one, Wyatt!
Consolation prize.
Okay, next actor or actress. This is fun. Like I've completely taken over
Is
this
it?
podcast by like.
Hey, you can take over my show. I'm not gonna complain.
All right. Well, we just mentioned him, though I don't know if it's going to be all skewed because of what we were just talking about. But Carrie Elways. Are we all thinking Princess Bride, or when you hear Carrie Elways, does something else pop in your head, like Robin Hood Men in Tights or Saw?
We're men in tights, tights.
Well, Leva, I think you just named all of them, so anything we say.
Well,
is
I
gonna be
left out the
duplicated.
Crush.
Cool,
Another one I always think of.
You know what she did leave out? His awesome.
It's awesome. What?
I'm on the edge of my seat. What did he say?
On Psych.
Oh, yeah. His stint on Psych was great. That's what I thought of first.
For real?
Yeah, because it's been so recently.
Oh. Well. Okay, fair enough.
You don't have to think back through your memories. You just go, oh, yeah, I just saw him on something.
Yeah, just cheating. Alright. Someone else name an actor. Ooh,
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
can,
Lee.
Am I picking?
Yep.
All right, all right, Leva. I'm gonna blow your mind. Are you ready?
yes.
Keanu.
Woo! The
Oh.
one! Hold on for a second. What? And it's not recording. What do you need? Cookies? Hold on. Hold on for a second.
Yep. Lee and I can talk.
We just blew her mind. She has to go think about it.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Pick up from Keanu. The
I'm going
one! Woo! When I hear Keanu, I think of holiness, churches.
I don't remember those roles. Are you
The
saying
role of deity?
you remember him from Constantine? Is that what you're saying?
No! I remember him from the Church of Keanu.
Keanu.
I remember the lights and the healing.
Uh-uh.
All right, Keanu. When I think of Keanu, I think of Johnny Utah, Point Break. Because, well, then it goes automatically to like Neo and Bill and Ted and John Wick. Because, I mean, I love all of those movies too, but for some reason, man, I have like the biggest spot in my heart for Point Break. Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze in one film together, and it's such an awesome movie. Perfection. Even Gary Busey was a lot of fun in that movie. The big old teeth.
I think we lost Eric.
Oh no!
He missed your rant.
Oh no! I gotta do this all over again. Hey, Geek and Sundry just tweeted us, or at least me. Are you a part of this?
What? Oh, I certainly didn't get any notifications.
No. What is Geek and Sundry? Oh, there he is.
Geek and Sundry is Felicia Day.
Ah, well, they sent a thing about the Kraken. Someone was like, "Oh, I'm playing as the Kraken," and then a minute later, he was like, "I died as a Kraken." I'm like, "Yeah, Kraken's not very good." Hi, you're back.
Hi. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
What? So what was the cutoff point? Because I went off for a while, and we realized you weren't here. See, Lee, you're fine. What's wrong with him? He's not working.
Oh no!
What? What'd I miss?
Okay, there you are. You keep freezing up.
Oh my god, what is with the internet tonight?
What hates you?
It does, yeah.
It's because we brought up Ultron.
Yep.
Man,
He's in the net.
Vision. If you're talking about Vision, I'll counterbalance it.
Yeah, maybe it'll work if we talk about Vision. What?
Hold on for a second, and then I'll go off about my rant again.
Okay.
What?
Oh. What just happened?
Oh my gosh. This is what shooting every show with her is like.
Is it?
Okay, I'm back. Alright, hold on.
Are you okay? Are you good? What?
What are you doing?
Okay.
What's happening? I am sorry, sir. This podcast has gone off the rails.
It's fine. This is best case scenario. It's what I was expecting.
What are you doing, Leva?
Yeah, what are you doing? She can't hear us.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
What are you doing?
Apparently breaking shit.
Yep.
Well, anyway, I was saying, to counterbalance all the bad stuff, I brought Vision.
Ooh, yay!
Oh, all right.
But in my quest to keep stuff from breaking, I broke stuff.
Good job. 10,000 points.
Apparently, I'm not very good at this stuff. All right, so where were we? What was the last thing you heard me say about
I don't remember.
Keanu?
I don't
You're talking
remember.
about me. All right, should we redo the Rorschach of Keanu?
Actually, we'll jump into a completely different topic that kind of swings into something I've been curious about since becoming a fan of yours. How have you always been like a wrestling nerd, or like what was the starting point of your love of wrestling? Same question to Lee, because I'm curious about Lee's liking of wrestling.
I've actually always loved wrestling since I was a child. I used to watch it, growing up, the Hogan, Ultimate Warrior days. there was a small period in puberty when I was like, oh, I can't watch wrestling. I'm a girl, and I got over that really quickly. Especially with Monday Night Wars when that came about. That really got me right back into it. The WCW versus WWF at the time, and it was just so much because you had like Lucha Libre, you had the Attitude Era, you had all this crazy stuff going on, larger than life characters. So I got big into that. Didn't really think it was something I could pursue because there were no wrestling schools where I lived. So I did what you're supposed to do: go to college, get a double major, and all sorts of other entertainment. Start getting jobs in these other fields of entertainment. And it wasn't until, like, honestly, later in life when I realized someone was like, why don't you go to wrestling school? You act, you dance, you do stunts, you do all this stuff, and you love wrestling. Why wouldn't you wrestle? And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. They're like, oh, you go to wrestling school and you learn. I'm like, what? What? That? What? And then literally the next day I went to a class and enrolled, and rest is history. So yeah, I've always been big into wrestling, and even with when I was younger, I would go to live shows. I didn't really know it was called indie wrestling. I just knew there was like live shows, and I could have like close enough where I could walk to them. Because back in the day, when I was growing up, I guess crime wasn't as rampant, and like you walked everywhere. So like I would walk to wrestling shows with my buddies, and I have pictures of me and like some Patriot-looking guy, and me and like this Hillbilly Jim-looking guy. It's all these little Polaroids. Like I remember going to indie shows as a kid, and then when I got older, especially because of like Ring of Honor, like indies became a big thing, and I was going to like, all sorts of indie shows just to check out. Like, oh my God, I remember her. I remember him from Ring of Honor. And so, yeah, I've always been big into it. All right, Lee, follow that.
I can't really, to be honest with you. I mean, like growing up, I knew of wrestling. And Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter, but that was mostly from G.I. Joe. So I mean, I never really watched it, never really had a connection to it until I started hanging out with Leva and just learning more about the show businessy side of it, which it's all really fascinating. With like Leva said, the larger than life characters and their interactions with each other and their stories that happen. I mean, it's really, really interesting. And I just from a creative standpoint, it's kind of where I'm looking at it. I just find all of that fascinating.
And he also likes watching me get killed too. So his reactions.
Isn't that only Kaiju Big Battel?
He's like, oh my God, that move she just gave you. How are you still alive? I remember he said that after after the Sasha Banks match. You were like,
I was seriously. My wife Kelly and I watched that, and we were just like the whole time. I mean, it was ridiculous, and it's just so interesting to see all that stuff, and how you guys are all like still up and walking around after doing some of those crazy stunts. It's insane.
We're a different breed of people.
Clearly.
Yeah, you just watch a Sami Zayn match and you're like, how the hell are you standing right now?
Man.
But that leads into a perfect question for you. Is it the NXT and NXT career? What? Did you lose me again?
It was like you were getting auto-tuned.
Oh, was it? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. How is it bouncing off of everybody over at NXT?
Oh, okay, that was your question. Okay,
Yep.
sorry, I had vision in the camera to make this smooth. It was everyone's so awesome and really easy to work with, kind, fun. It's everyone's focused, but it's also fun and laid back. If that makes any sense. It's very professional. It's very not. Oh, what are we doing? I don't know. Everyone like there's okay. Here's what we're doing. Here's the boom, boom, boom. At this o'clock, this is happening. At this o'clock, this is happening. Boom, boom, boom. So it's very well organized and awesome. It was a pleasure working there. Definitely got. I mean, obviously they would have to because it's a you know huge corporation, but they got their stuff together, and it's not like sometimes when you work, it doesn't even have to be a wrestling show, but any sort of show. Wait, we're over here, and oh, well, ask so and so. I don't know. No, ask them. And no one knows what they're doing. But now this is boom, 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 and because it's so well organized, it's also relaxing, and people can just be like, okay, cool, I know at this clock I'm doing this promo or I'm doing this, and you can relax and just enjoy it.
Have you actually? I know you show up occasionally, and I mean it's always awesome to see you on TV, but is it one of those things that like had the chance to actually like talk to Hunter and that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah. The first time I was there, I actually got to get in the ring and work with him. Uh, like not one on one, but like me, Carmella, and him, and it was really cool. Like oh hi, what's your name? I'm like I'm Leva. He's like I can't get in the ring. I want to work on some stuff with you. Like 15-year-old me like freaked out. I was like oh my god, DX second. But I kept it cool. And it was really, really cool. And then after the matches, he's always there giving notes and feedback to everyone. And then, I always thank him for the opportunity. And the first time I did NXT, the whole blue pants thing took off, and there was chants. And he was like, "You got a blue pants chant," and he just starts laughing. He was like, I can't," and he just starts laughing and walks away, shaking his head. So that was a pretty awesome experience. There's another time I was doing a rosebud thing, and I had a shark costume that was my own. But I put fluff in the tail, but for some reason there was no fastener to hold the fluff in. So I knew if I started jumping up and down like we're supposed to as rosebuds, the fluff would come out. So I asked the costumer if she could pin the flap down since there wasn't a latch. And she's like, yeah. So of course you know where your tail is. So I bent over so she can get up to my tail. And no lie, the door opens right across from us, and Vince McMahon and Triple H come out, and they stop, and they look at us because she has her hand up my tail, pinning me in. And they just start laughing. And I just go, hi! And I like wave and smile embarrassingly, and they just laugh and keep walking. So that was awesome too. I can say I made them laugh.
One of the other moments that most fans have seen, and I had to have it pointed out to me because I didn't realize it was you right away. Is the bit between you and Paige about Paige having to borrow the costume. Have you known Paige at all? Did you work with her in the Indies?
Oh yeah, we actually feuded at Shimmer. It was the Regeneration X, that's me and Allison Danger, versus Paige, who was Brittany Knight, and her mom Saraya Knight. They're called the Knight Dynasty, who was being managed by Rebecca Knox, who is also known as Becky Lynch now. So it's kind of cool. We all feuded with each other, and now, we all ended up somehow, one way or another, working with each other and later on down the line. So that was really cool. But yeah, it was a fun little feud. I loved working them. I loved working her mom. Her mom is just one of the best in the business, hands down, just because she is a vet of the business. And to have that, to be your mom, to be trained and raised around that, she is literally, like, Paige is one of the best in the business just because it's in her blood, you know. So I've had several fun matches with her. I think there was one time I took a plunger to her face. I don't even remember. We just done so many ridiculous things and had a lot of fun. So yeah, I've got to work with her quite often, quite a bit in the past when she was still in the Indies.
Did you say a plunger to her face?
Yep.
You've known her how long, and this kind of thing still shocks you?
That's true. That's true. You'd think I would know better by now.
And
I'm full of stories, Lee.
And I thought I knew a lot of them. Clearly, I do not.
and just a few more wrestling-related things until we go into a comic discussion to kind of gear towards the end of the show. But I am curious, as you know, as a wrestling fan, as someone who watches it and knows the NXT and the Lucha Underground kind of thing. Which Lucha Underground so good. But do you watch Lucha? Yeah.
When I can.
Well, I know how busy your schedule is, but if NXT ever offered you the full contract, do you think you'd sign up, or do you kind of like how your schedule is right now?
I mean, I think anyone who turns down a contract from WWE might be a little silly. I mean, obviously, if the biggest company in the profession you're in wants to use you, yeah, of course, absolutely. I mean, but until then, I'm enjoying what I do. I get to work with them, as an independent contractor, which is an amazing dream come true. And I still get to do other stuff and other creative outlets. So I'm going to just keep myself busy. If it happens, fan-freaking-tastic, let's celebrate. If it doesn't, I've still accomplished a dream and a goal of mine. I've wrestled for WWE. I've gotten paid by WWE. I've won a WWE match. I've met a lot of people that I've always wanted to meet because of WWE. So I have no regrets. And if it continues to take off and go forward, awesome. If not, I will cherish these memories forever, and I will still have an amazing life because I'm just geared to never stop. Whatever it is, I'm always going to have these urges, creative outlets, and whether it's indie wrestling, film, or show, anything, costumes, cosplay, I'm going to keep myself immersed in creativity. So, yeah, I don't expect to be not busy anytime soon. But yeah, I kind of take it. I'm not gonna sit by the phone and wait, I'm gonna keep myself busy, and they'll call when they call, and that's awesome, and I think that that's a good thing. You don't want to, miss life by, you gotta keep yourself busy and have fun and enjoy everything you do.
So, it's like a bad and the microphone was picking that up. And it does. Okay.
Oh no.
Fine. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I do find it cool that. Yeah, he just jumped close to the microphone. I do find it cool that I think it was the last time that we saw Blue Pants on NXT. It was actually with a brand new superstar, and that they trust you enough, to be in the ring with someone who's brand new and still learning. I thought that was really cool and gives a nod to how long you've been working at it yourself. I thought that was really cool of them.
It was honestly an honor. I was actually talked to do we wanted you to be her first on TV. So I thought that was a really big honor, and I really appreciate it. Honestly, I really appreciate everyone I've gotten to work there, because as soon as Sasha won the belt, they're like, oh, wrestle Blue Pants. What? I get to wrestle the champion? For real? I mean, just every opportunity I've got there, it's just been amazing. and I've been so lucky and fortunate.
And gearing towards the comic book talk, and to bring Lee back into things, actually, Lee, I am curious. Have you cosplayed yourself at all?
I mean, not like at a convention or anything. I was Goku one Halloween. um, but
Don't lie. Don't lie.
Who's
We
lying?
did Scott Pilgrim. Remember we all went to that Scott Pilgrim party? And like,
Oh, you did a Scott Pilgrim costume?
That's true. But that was also my Halloween costume. So.
but it's awesome. Hey, how many times do I ever use my costumes?
That's true. That's true. So yeah, we did go to the Scott Pilgrim DVD release party. Yeah, I was
all cosplayed. It was a group of us, right? How many people were part of it?
Well, it was the three of us, but then they had other people there too.
Yeah, wasn't Jenna also there? And she joined our group because we have a big group picture of like almost like a huge
I don't even
ensemble
know.
of us.
There were a lot of people there. Oh yeah, yeah. We didn't plan it though; it just happened that way.
Yeah.
Who were you, Leva?
I was Roxy.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah. And then Lee's wife Kelly was Ramona Flowers. So me and Lee were fighting over her the whole night.
I love both the movie and the books easily.
Me too.
The movie was, I think, almost, I don't know, I dare say a perfect interpretation of the book. Like, I don't know how they could have done it any better. It was...
By making it more than one movie. That way it wasn't over so quickly.
Yeah, but that's why you have a DVD or a Blu-ray, and you pop it in, and you keep playing.
And we were talking about the Rorschach test thing, and it makes me think of Chris Evans is the perfect example, because like I think he has the current record for most comic book movie like film characters, because he's in The Losers. He's obviously in Scott Pilgrim. He's Captain America and Johnny Storm, but one that not many people like realize is the 2007 TMNT, the CGI Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's Casey Jones.
Yep,
he
was
the
voice
of Casey
Jones.
Yeah, he's Casey Jones.
Wow.
He was the voice of that. I'm thinking Casey Jones sounds hot. Because he is hot.
And then I can't remember if it's either Nolan North or Steve Bloom are one of the turtles. I think it's Steve Bloom.
I remember what's her face from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She was in there.
Oh yeah, she was Karai.
Yes. Yeah, there's actually a big cast that was voice actors for that.
Mm-hmm. Spared no expense.
Dad and I together been watched together since he fell asleep during Phantom Menace, which, you know, anybody would fall asleep during Phantom Menace, but
I fall asleep every time during Phantom Menace.
But because I got to tell Peter Laird that in the 2007 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, my dad actually like was fully awake and watching the whole thing with me, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I gotta catch up on the Nickelodeon series. Have you guys watched it at all?
Yeah, I saw like the first 6, 7 episodes. What I've seen, I really like. It's just, again, no time to watch. And when I do have time to watch, I'm so behind on everything else. It's like, oh, gotta watch Flash, gotta watch Arrow, gotta watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., gotta watch, this other million other shows. Oops, I forgot Gotham existed. Damn it, now I'm too behind, so.
Are you, when it comes to costuming, are you self-taught, Leva?
Yeah, pretty much. I got to do some costuming stuff for Hershey Park a million moons ago, but again, that was all self-taught. I was like, let me figure out whip stitch. I'm the queen of the whip stitch. It wasn't until a couple years ago I got my sewing machine, and I had to teach myself how to do that. I actually went to Lindsay Dorados, who has been like a mentor to me for gear making and costume making, because he makes a lot of gear. and I go over his house and he shows me how to like use certain aspects of the machine I may not know how to use. So he's kind of been there to help me learn the little bit harder things, or he's the guy I call when the machine doesn't work, and I'm like, stop sewing, it's not latching together anymore, what is wrong? All right, Levi, I gotta clean it out, do this, so, or change out your needle. So he's kind of like my mentor, I guess, when it comes to sewing, but for the most part, just self-taught. It's a lot of trial and error, and some things really worked, and some things were terrible.
A little costume in the background, but you can't really make it out. Let me see if I can get. Nope, that's not helping. Trying to get closer is not helping.
We hear you though.
No, I'm trying to show you my Riddler costume.
Ah.
It's behind me. It's right here. Nope, can't see it. Whatever. I can show you the cane, because the cane's much easier to pick up.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I finished it recently.
Awesome.
Yeah. I self-taught myself how to use a Dremel. And I sketched into the cane all the question marks. And then I just took like neon green / black spray paint and just like put it into the question marks so it kind of pops a little. I gotta fix this stupid little part, because I was like, oh, I'll just use duct tape for the, for like the metal on the cane, but it didn't really use the effect properly to me. But I mean, my hand will be there most of the time when taking pictures, so I think it will disguise it.
What you can do, because that's more of a normal looking duct tape, they actually have a more of a shiny metallic duct tape.
Oh, okay.
So that might look a little bit more metal-like, if that's what you're going for. Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not work, but you can try it. It's way more silver, so it looks more
Maybe
metal.
even some Warbler.
What?
Oh, I said maybe even some Warbler, because I know a lot of people work with Warbler, which is that.
Yeah, I'm a huge Yaya Han fan, and she's all about some Warbler. So I think she sells it herself. So I've been wanting to try that. I just haven't had the time or opportunity or resources to try it yet. So plus, I mean, having a lot of plastic stuff in the ring doesn't work for me. So like a lot of times I say my cosplay isn't exact cosplay, because I may not be able to do proper armor, or I may have to do spandex to replace something that should be plastic or metal or something, because I'm not going to be, bumping around and shit falling off or breaking or potentially injuring me, because that has happened before where it's been like, oh, why would I bump on that? Ow.
And how many costumes at this point? Probably like 10, 15?
Do what now?
I said, how many costumes do you have at this point?
Oh, God, no. 10, 15 is an understatement, I dare say.
How many are on your floor right now?
Probably like at least 30. Like, solidly, probably. I know I have probably at least 12 or 15 Marvel costumes by themselves. I have, like, same thing with DC. I probably have like a good 10 just DC. I have a bag that's DC bag, a Marvel bag. I have a movie bag. I forgot about all the Guardian stuff. So yeah, my Marvel went way up. And I'm making a Marvel one too right now. Actually, a couple Marvel ones. Oh my God, my Marvel's insane right now. And Lee helped me design one.
Oh, nice.
Remember? In Dillard's.
Oh, yes! That was so good. I can't wait.
And we saw something. He goes, oh, you can use that for him. And I'm like, oh. So I bought a bunch of things to add to this costume.
That's very, very vague. Good job.
And they were all like super major clearance, so I paid like almost nothing for them. They pretty much practically gave them away to me. Like, here, use this for cosplay.
They paid you to take them off their hands.
Like, this is gonna be an awesome. I guess it's an X-Men costume. This is gonna be an awesome X-Men costume. I'm like, you know what? It will.
Let the speculation begin.
Woo!
I mean, your Rogue from Free Comic Book Day looked awesome.
Thank you.
But
That was one I did a while ago. I just pulled out, dusted it off, and had a little bit more time to like, all right, let me glue this on properly, and okay, that looks good. Let's go.
so would you to gear towards comic talk, are you guys checking out more like independent stuff than like DC and Marvel, or do you like do a mix of everything? Because I know obviously both companies have their huge event books out right now, so I don't read weekly anymore. It depresses the hell out of me.
Oh, I don't either. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Did you used to?
Yeah, for a long time. But now I wait for hardbacks.
Yeah, I'm a trade person now. I used to work in a comic book store. Like, actually, I worked in a couple for several years. And for me, I got to, I mean, not that I would actually work really hard, but I would also get a chance to either borrow something and read it or get it for super cheap because I get discounts or read while I'm working. So, like, it was during, like, the years that Civil War came out, the end of Age of House of M, Civil War, Secret Invasion. So I got to read all of that while I was at work. And like normally I would probably just pick up the main arcs and like a few arcs that would be kind of tied in, but not all of them because I worked at the comic book store and you have to know what you're doing. Psh, you pick this up. I don't want to buy it, but I'll read it real quick so I can answer questions, stuff like that. So I used to read all the time, but with, entertainment, wrestling, performing, Universal, just picking up. I have no extra free time to work at the comic book store anymore, so I had to move on, and now I don't get to read as often. But I do pick up trades a lot, or try to grab individual issues here and there. But I am so behind, like really behind. So yeah, it's hard for me to talk comics.
I'm mildly behind, but that's because, like I said, I'm waiting on hardcovers to come out. I found like individual issues, you end up with comic boxes all over the place, and it's like, this doesn't look like anything, Or I could wait for a nice, hardcover version of all these individual issues, and I can put it on a bookshelf, and it looks like something instead of a white box in the corner of my room.
Yeah. Actually, that right behind me, that's an old school medical filing cabinet full of comics.
And there's something, like, I love the collecting aspect of it and the idea of individual issues. Like, I love that because I love all the covers, and I just love having, there's something to be said about a collection. But it's hard to store all that stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
I agree. I have several long boxes in my storage unit that I never see because it's in a storage unit kind of miles away from me, and I don't go there very often. So they're just hanging out there, but I don't want to get rid of them. I know. Don't judge.
No, I mean I've got some in storage too. It stings. It's like one of the hardest things to do.
But I mean, you're right. If I have them here, it's going to take up so much room, and I'm not sure where everyone else lives, but here, in Orlando, not like our places have that much room to store boxes and boxes of comics in your actual house. So.
But then on the other side of that argument, the people that have gone all digital, I don't like that either. Like, I like having the tangible. I like having a tangible, hard backup copy because Lord knows something could happen to your digital files and they're gone, and then you got to find a way to get them back. But I like having the book in my hand.
I'm the same way. I'm an analog reader first and a digital reader fourth. There's no second or third. It's just I put it down the list that far.
I like the convenience of it. If my tangible copy can come with a free digital copy, then I'm all for it. But I have to have a hard version somewhere.
Yeah, I don't get I get when they do it, but not at the cost that they do it. Like it should just the $2.99 or $3.99 book should automatically have the digital copy, but at the same time, if it's a digital only, it should be like 99-cent kind of thing, and not like the same price as the actual physical copy of the book.
Right, and I feel like Marvel has been doing better about that than DC. From what I've seen, I think some of their individual issues have the free digital copy. I know most of their hardbacks do.
Yeah.
But whereas DC will charge you, an extra $1 or $2 for the bonus digital copy or whatever. And that's unfortunate, I feel like.
So just to throw out the idea similar to the Rorschach test is who are some of you guys's listen to me. Who are some of your favorite characters?
My favorite character is the Phoenix from X-Men, hands down. I mean, Phoenix / Jean Grey. I feel like she is, such a strong but fragile character all at the same time. She's one of those characters that's had a huge arc since her inception all the way to today, and has a lasting legacy. I mean, technically she's been, dead for years now, but she just has an enduring legacy.
No, 2004. I was trying to figure out how long she's been dead. I think it's 11 years. 2004.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Yep.
She stayed dead this time.
At the end of Grant Morrison.
Well, technically, isn't she back with the whole past Jean Grey hanging out now?
She is, but she didn't come back to life.
Yeah.
That's just...
But she's still around.
But she's not Jean Grey. She's past Jean Grey.
But I mean, that's what I mean. Like her legacy still lives on, even though she's been, dead for 11 years or whatever. Like, somehow her consciousness or her character has always managed to pop up at pivotal moments throughout these last 11 years. So she's just one of those enduring characters.
What about you, Leva? Who are some of your favorites? I mean, those of us who follow your Facebook page have a good idea, but still.
Yeah, Leva.
Wait, are we talking about comic book characters or just like?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know exactly what you mean by characters. Well, my comic book boyfriend is Gambit. No, they have not done him right in the movies yet, but we'll see.
And now he's Channing Tatum.
Well, if he dances for me, then maybe we'll talk. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was at Magic Mike opening night, but I'm not gonna go into that. Yeah, Gambit's my comic book boyfriend, especially if he's drawn by Mike Choi. Man, Mike Choi makes everyone beautiful. Woof. There was a run he did with X-Men for a while. Woof. Even Wolverine, you're like, dang, Wolverine's not supposed to look that cute. But yeah, Choi, man, he does that. I don't know, like it's hard for me to be like, oh, this is my favorite character. This is my favorite character. There's moments I love. Like if you look at my kitchen, I have a Galactus kitchen. So I guess is he one of them I love? Because I just think it makes sense. He's, eater of planets, so it just makes sense for the eater of planets to be in my kitchen. So, there's some moments. I can tell you who I hate more than I love, because it's like asking me, who's your favorite child, Leva? Because for the longest time, Harley Quinn was my ultimate favorite character, because it was me in comic book form, but now Harley Quinn's everyone's favorite, and I've become that hipster geek that's like, Oh, everyone loves her. I can't love her now. Because it's annoying to me. It's like, what? Where were you, like, forever ago when Paul Dini came up with her in the animated series? That's my Harley. Now everyone's like, oh, look at this, look at that. Like, sometimes they get overused, and then you're like, doing the Robert Downey Jr. eye roll. So, who else? I like a lot of characters. I like Phantom X. I love him. I love...
Phantom X is so awesome.
Oh, her, him, whatever that fucking is. That's why it's just like, oh, sorry, language.
No, you can swear.
Okay. It's so weird, and his power is so weird, but it's so cool at the same time. So, Phantom X, Deadpool, obviously, Lady Deadpool, Dogpool, Headpool, all the pools. The Pool family. I mean, how can you not love them? It's just so many. I mean, I can go on and on about who I love, who I don't. I can tell you about who I hate. That's easier for me to go and tangent on right now. You know who I hate? Though in the movie they made me like her, but I hate.
Don't say it.
I will. I will. I hate Scarlet Witch. If I saw her on the street, I would fight her. Because that's how much I hate her.
Yeah,
all right,
and then she would just blink you out of existence.
You know what? She would, but I would get a couple good licks in before that happened. And that's why I hate her, because her is way too overpowered. All right, let's discuss Avengers Disassembled, which is one of my all-time favorites. She effed up a lot of people's lives and a lot of people's worlds in that book. And then you're like, okay, that's good. Everything's better now. And then House of M happens, and no more mutants.
It wasn't better after Disassembled.
No.
Well, it was a little bit better.
No, they wanted to kill her.
Good. They should have.
You're forgetting the whole Skrull invasion nonsense.
Good grief.
Things were not better after Disassembled.
Things were not better.
They're still not better.
Well, alright, so it ended.
It
ended. You're like, okay, we're moving on away from Disassembled. We're going forward. Forgetting what this bitch did to us. Let's move forward.
Nobody forgot. Nobody forgot.
And then it's like, oh, it's House of M. Let me just change everything up. And now let me make no more mutants. And let me just be a total psycho bitch.
Well, you have to think she had been screwed with her entire life. She was always somebody's pawn.
You know what? All of the superheroes have had problems and dealt with bullshit. But why does she get the pass for being a psycho bitch?
I don't think she ever got a pass.
I'm gonna get up to the microphone as close as possible for this joke. The thoughts of Leva Bates are only of Leva Bates and not Lee or Eric.
Hey, dude, if y'all don't like that I hate Scarlet Witch in the comic books, it's alright. It's fine. Y'all can send me the hate mail. It's okay. I stand strong by my beliefs. But, alright, in the movie, though, she ended up becoming very likable. And I didn't want to like her, because, I mean, even after I saw her and she started, like, investing in people's minds, I'm like, oh, I hate her, bitch. Of course you're going to do that. Ooh, making his eyes go red and destroying a city. Ooh, you bitch.
Just read some of the...
But then she's all like, what? Yeah. We just want to hurt the Avengers and not the world. You're a douche. Let me help out. And then she ended up helping out. And then I really loved the scene where, like, Vision catches her. And they have that moment at Luck and, like, me, who, you know, knows all the stuff leading up to Disassembled. It's like, ah! That's awesome. So...
I'm sure Lee will back me up on this, but just read some of the Kurt Busiek.
Oh no, what are we reading?
No, like the Kurt Busiek Avengers stuff. Did you guys lose me again?
Yes, momentarily.
I was saying the Kurt Busiek run.
Oh, when was that?
That was like right before Bendis. That was like early 2000s. It was him, George Perez, and Carlos.
Oh, yeah.
And that's some fantastic Wanda stuff. That and everything about West Coast Avengers, easily. That's early '90s.
Come on, Leva.
I hate her. They try to make me like her. What was it? The Young Avengers storyline where
Children's Crusade.
Yep.
Huh?
Children's
Where, like,
Crusade.
yeah. Children. Yeah, that was a really good book.
Where
And they tried their
explained why she
damnedest
went
for
crazy?
Midnight Hell. Wait, what?
In that book, they explain partially why she went crazy.
Yeah,
Why
they
did
really
something
tried.
happen?
They really tried hard for me to not want to fight her. They're like, oh, come on. Asgardian. It's like, it's her mom. It's his mom. You can't hate her. And I'm like, yeah, I still hate her. I just like him.
And Doctor Doom was screwing with her.
Yeah, but that's because all hail Doom, man. He's awesome.
And
Screw their war.
And yet you'll blame her for everything he did.
You know what? We are all responsible for our own actions. She has to be responsible for all she did. Look at Vision. Look at him. You're going to tell him it's okay? It's okay what she did to him? Look at him. Look at that face.
That pink little face.
So now that I've completely taken over this podcast with my hate of Scarlet Witch.
Like I said,
guess
they
we
were
were
married
done.
and had kids. Come on.
I know. That's why. That's when you caught her. I was like, oh, you're going down the path you don't want to go. But I like this a lot because fangirl me went. Hee.
See,
But,
so part of you secretly does like her.
I just want to see Vision happy. Okay.
But gearing towards the end here is oh well, I'm losing my voice apparently. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Do you guys like how many conventions would you say you get to a year, and do you wish you could go to more?
Yes.
Yes, I always wish I could go to more.
It changes. It honestly depends on. Hi, Kelly.
Taking
Sorry.
the cat.
It honestly depends on, for me, bookings. If I get booked on a con, if I don't get booked on a con, that dictates how many I get to go to a year. At least, probably I would dare say 3 or 4 a year, if not more. But like this year, I have a couple Russell cons and other Russell Geek ones. So I'm doing at least a solid 6, I want to say.
Oh wow.
So maybe more. Let's see. So, MegaCon was an exception. I mean, we filmed for it, but it wasn't like, we were booked for it. So that was actually us getting to go play. So that was kind of fun. So, yeah.
And yeah, to completely gear towards the end here is usually what I have people. Oh yeah, sorry, Lee. What about you?
Yeah.
I usually get to 1 or 2, maybe. I mean, I wish I could go to more, but it's tough. It's because for me, if I go, like, I want to go and I want to spend, if I can, a couple days there, but that doesn't always work out, unfortunately. And there have been times where I've gotten to go with Leva when she's booked on a show, and I can go and, help her at her booth or whatever, sell stuff. But yeah, I only usually get to go to enjoy 1, maybe 2 a year.
How I end the show, or just because he was just talking, is what they're listening to, what they're reading, and what they're like.
Atari.
I have no idea what you just said.
Atari.
I'll repeat it. What usually I have people talk about what they're. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. what they're watching, what they're listening to, what they're reading, and what they're playing. Is what I have people like talk about at the end of the show usually. So take it away, Lee.
Oh, what am I watching? I've been watching Flash and Arrow, Shield. But I also really love the Goldbergs. Are you guys watching the Goldbergs? That show is great on ABC. It's kind of like the Wonder Years, but for the 80s.
Yep.
I am reading Bendis's Uncanny and All New X-Men, Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers. What am I listening to?
Stuff.
I've been listening to a lot more podcasts, actually. I love Aisha Tyler's Girl on Guy. I think that's a great podcast. I could just listen to her probably read the phone book. I think she's really funny and just really interesting. And what am I playing? More recently, more Mario Kart 8 since the new DLC came out.
Nice.
Is it my turn
And
now?
Miss Eva.
Okay. Watching was the first one, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm watching. Pretty much my list is very similar to Lee's. I literally just finished watching the new episode of Flash from yesterday. That was awesome! I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know if our listeners are caught up or not, so I'm not gonna be that douche. But it's really good. I can't believe we're almost done with this season. I'm so sad. Arrow, obviously, because I don't know if the podcast you won't be able to see him, but I have Stephen Amell. I'm staring at him right now. I stand up with him. Love Arrow. I watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm really behind on Once Upon a Time. I watch the originals because it's really, really good. iZombie. I ended up getting into that. I don't have time to watch this, but I watched a couple of episodes. I love it.
You want to be?
Completely caught up.
You want to be really happy?
What?
Just got picked up for its second season.
Really?
Yep.
Yay!
I'm happy too because I love it. It's so good.
That's just
And-
so quirky and fun. It makes me think of if Buffy and Veronica Mars had a baby.
Yep. Well, not to mention that, just like the comic, you get to see Mike Allred's awesome artwork at the opening credits.
Yeah. No, it's really well done. What else am I watch a lot of stuff. I watched Daredevil. I binged that like crazy, and I also binged all of season 4 of Game of Thrones. I've only seen the first episode of season 5, so I'm behind on that, but I'll catch up. Walking Dead I'm behind on, but I watched that. It got depressing, guys. Walking Dead.
What do you mean depressing?
Yeah, what do you mean gut depressing?
All right. For me, it got even more depressing. It was one of those maybe just because I'm dealing with stuff going on in my own life, and then I'm watching the show to escape our problems, and it's just giving me more problems, and I'm mourning more people, and I'm just there was 2 episodes in a row where I just cried the entire episode. And I'm why am I watching this show? All I do is cry. I don't have time to cry. So I stopped watching it for a while. I'll come back though. But yeah, that's pretty much. I watch a lot more stuff than I do anything else because I really don't have a lot of free time. I'm reading. Currently, at the second, I am reading Daredevil: The Devil's Hand because I wanted to read Shadowland because that's I heard.
No, don't read Shadowland. Dear God,
That's
no.
that's what everyone says. But isn't he a bad guy there? And they're no. Read The Devil's Hand. That's when he takes over the hand, and he's kind of
Ignore. Please tell me you haven't bought it.
I have The Devil's Hand, but not Shadowland because they
Do not
told
buy
me.
Shadowland. Avoid Shadowland at all costs.
Yeah, that's what everyone said. So
Go
that's
back and read the Ed Brubaker stuff.
Okay. So,
'Cause
but I'm
you-
reading The Devil's Hand now. So far, The Devil's Hand's it's good. It's The Devil's Hand so much better than Shadowland. So I'm reading The Devil's Hand. I just
Yeah,
finished
'cause-
sort of.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say, the Andy Diggle run started off fantastic, and then shit happened.
Yeah.
It's that bad. Its fear itself levels of bad.
I
Conspiracy is terrible. Okay, go ahead.
I also just finished reading Court of Owls, Batman Court of Owls, and Night of Owls, and all of that good stuff. I have the trade where it's all of the individual issues of like, oh hey, he shows up in Catwoman, he shows up in Nightwing, and all of that issue. I forget what that one's called. It's like 3 volumes. I read the 2 main story ones, and now I have all like the side story volume. I read a little bit of that, but I'm like, I've read so much Court of Owls, I'm ready to branch out. That's why I got Devil's Hands. I'm reading that. So that's watching, reading. What was the other questions?
Watching, reading, listening to,
Listening.
and then gaming.
I normally just keep Spotify on. So I have a lot of weird random radio stations on that one. Like there's a Ninja Sex Party radio station. I love them. They're awesome. I think they have a new album, or have a new album come out. Attitude City.
Starbomb?
I don't know. I listen to a lot of stuff. I have like a Misfits channel, which is a lot of punk stuff. It's just legit. If you go through my songs, it'll be like a 50s song because I listen to a lot of 50s music to try to get in the mind space for my promos, and plus it's just fun. I have like a really weird eclectic taste in music. I attribute that to Christmas, where I got my first CD player. My mom got me Janet Jackson and Conway Twitty. I even have a Conway Twitty channel. Don't judge me, because I listen to everything, guys. Like literally everything. A lot of nerdcore stuff, but everything. I'm playing. Aha. I am currently playing. What am I playing? What am I playing? I never beat Persona 1 because I got to the very final boss, and that boss is a bitch of a boss to beat, so I moved on. Playing Pokemon Ruby, Omega Ruby, playing Final Fantasy, Theatrical Rhythm on the DS. A lot of my stuff is on handheld because I don't have time to play console games. I think the last game I beat was Hyrule Warriors. And then, of course, anytime I'm with like Lee or friends, I'll do either Smash Brothers or Mario Party or whatever we have nearby. So that's fun.
Or tabletop games.
No, God, that's what we mostly play. That's
True.
what we play.
It's a new renaissance.
Yeah, that's, if you ask me what I'm playing, that's a better question for me because we play card games. We're playing Flux. We're playing, what do we play? We play everything. Pandemic.
Pandemic, baby.
Oh my God. I just got. Wait, do you know Princess Bride, Leah? Because I have the new Princess Bride card game. I'm gonna play.
Oh, I didn't know there was a card game. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I just got it in the mail. I also bought Coup, which I haven't played yet, but it's part of my payday from Free Comic Book Day. So I bought a lot of stuff that.
Is that Cards Against Humanity?
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't picked up the sixth edition yet, but I'm going to very soon.
Ooh, Timeline. I'm awesome at Timeline.
Did you know? Oh, did you guys
Super
support? Oh, go ahead.
I was like, also Super Fight. That's
Yep.
we play that sometimes. That's a good party game.
I got the Loot Crate. I don't.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, did I lose you?
There you are.
Okay. No, I was asking kittens.
Of course, right when it's important. I was asking. Silence.
The Exploding Kittens Kickstarter. No.
Oh no, I want to try that. They had that at Cloak and Blaster, but
Oh, did
we
they?
didn't get to play that because that was one of the games you could have won during Tabletop Gaming Day, but we didn't win.
It's no Exploding Kittens for us.
You lost me again, didn't you?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna keep talking, and hopefully you hear me.
Okay.
Am I good?
Mhm.
Okay. No, I was saying I supported the Kickstarter, so I'm looking forward to getting my deck.
Yeah. I didn't get to support them, but I want to play it really bad, so.
Keep us posted. Let us know how it is.
Yeah, no, I will. I definitely will.
Yeah.
And then the final thing that I usually have my guests do, but uh-oh. Lee's giving me that face. I think that means that you can't hear me.
No, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Don't scare me like that.
No, I just want to know what the last thing is.
Well, first, obviously, I'd love to have you guys back on in the future when everybody's schedules aren't so hectic and crazy.
Yeah, of course.
But usually I have people talk about where people can find them on the internet.
Oh, on the
And we will
interweb.
start with Lee, who I'm sure will mention the how to find Geek Soapbox.
Yes. Well, you can find me on my Twitter at rising_sun_ent. Basically, that's short for entertainment. So at rising sun ent. Or you can find us at the Geek Soapbox's Twitter, which is at the Geek Soapbox. And then my YouTube channel is youtube.com/MLPONTON, ML Ponton. Or you can just search the Geek Soapbox and you'll be able to find my channel that way.
Awesome. Leva.
I am Wrestling Leva on Twitter and Instagram. So all one word, Wrestling LEVA. You can also find me on Facebook, Leva Bates, the official FB page. And I have a website. It's not updated. Don't judge me. I haven't had time.
We are judging you.
We are very
God,
much judging you.
I think now it's to the point I don't want to keep updating it because it's so far behind that I'm just like, all right, it's going to be like literally a day of work. I don't have a day just to devote to the website, so I'm kind of like, but it's levabase.com. I'm putting some cool old stuff on there. Definitely check it out. And I might update it. I have good intentions. It's just no time.
You hear people, she's torn. She is really torn. You should inundate her with tweets telling her to update her website. Hashtag Leva Bates updates.
How about hashtag suck it Lee?
I think she won the hashtag, Lee.
She always does.
Obviously, thanks for coming on, guys. Like I said, love to have you back on some point very soon. Well,
yeah.
not very soon, but like whenever, whenever we can schedule it. And we will talk later.
Thanks for having us. It's been a lot of fun.
And I will obviously link you when this is finally live on the RSS/iTunes/Stitcher feed.
Sweet.
Yeah, make sure you link us so we can like spread the gospel of this awesome podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh, and people on Twitter, let's play the actor Rorschach. I love this game. So
Yeah, it's an awesome game. Good game.
And then I can go off about the Keanu that we lost. So.
I was gonna make the joke to put Lee on the spot and be like, does that mean you're gonna start listening to this show, Lee? No. When you were talking about Aisha Tyler.
Yes.
I love her podcast though. She's awesome. Aisha is awesome. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. And for those just listening, even though I'm sure some people will probably see the stream on my YouTube page, but for those listening, Leva was holding up her vision again.
Making sure this shit works.
But yeah, good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Alright, should we like
all it
join?
says is stopping, so we might have.
Yay!